Hello and welcome to the Thomas Miller Show. This is interesting. It's a new change of events. You get 2 podcasts in one day? Yes, that could happen sometimes. Thank you for tuning into this very special Thomas Miller Show. I sound like an after-school special right now. And now, a very special Punky Brewster. But anyway, email the show with any questions or comments you may want to talk about this podcast to thomasmiller@thomasmillershow.com. That's thomasmiller@thomasmillershow.com. What I want to play for you is something that came across the YouTubes yesterday. Keep in mind, I'm about 70% sure nothing is going to happen. But nevertheless, it's out there, meaning there's a chance. So I want you to take a listen to this, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right? You've got this.
Okay, now you heard that from the NYC Public Service, the Emergency Preparedness. I'll put a link to that video in the description box below. But that was released yesterday, July 11th, 2022. And it just adds that extra layer of you need to be ready. You need to be prepared. Now, earlier I told you about the variant that was discovered 4 days ago, and to look behind it, that this might be not a distraction, but some ulterior motives of them saying, hey, there's another variant. Well, now they've released this, and this is telling to me because we all know that it's pretty unstable out there right now. The powers that be, let's just call it for what it is, the White House has made some moves in recent history, very recent history, that has not been favorable in the international diplomacy ring. I'm still convinced before Joe Biden is done here in office that China may make a move. Russia is probably going to take over the Ukraine. I got my own ideas about that. But this PSA about a nuclear attack and what to do in case that happens has got me thinking even more. Now you got global food shortages. You've got the war in Ukraine. You got North Korea just sitting there, and we don't really know what that little guy is thinking about, but he's just up there just sitting, just watching everything. We're watching China, who's saying Taiwan is ours and we're going to take it. They now have the biggest military in the world. It used to be us. It is no longer us anymore. We're not the big dog in the yard. There's another big dog. And that dog's name is China. In NYC, New York City, released this on their emergency preparedness YouTubes. Now, it's only been seen by a couple 100,000 people. But if NYC is releasing this, they're preparing you for something. They're trying to tell you something is going on without telling you something is going on. Okay? It hasn't been released to my knowledge. Hasn't been released in the mass media. Just on their little emergency preparedness YouTubes. And let's be honest, how many people troll the emergency preparedness YouTubes or information centers? We don't. We get distracted by our YouTubes, our Disney Pluses, our Netflix, our Xboxes, our tweets, our Instagrams. We're distracted. We're distracted by stuff that really we shouldn't be worrying about unless it directly affects you. And we're fighting over these issues. We're fighting over non-existent issues. Racism is a non-existent issue. Oh my goodness, I've just triggered somebody. There's going to be emails coming in and going, how can you say that? But anyway, it's all distractions. If you are not prepared, you don't have 3 days. Now I'm going to get to realness here. If you don't have 3 days of emergency preparedness, water being number one, water, food, self-defense, at least 3 days, you're doing yourself and your family a very, very bad disservice. Now, I'm not spreading doom and gloom. I'm just telling you, listen to what's going on out there. Pay attention. You don't have to be the authority, but pay attention. That was from New York City Emergency Preparedness. That's alarming to me. Pay attention, folks. This has been a very short podcast. I wanted just to shoot that to you and let you know, if you're not getting yourself prepared, get prepared. It's never too late to start preparing yourself. Get food, get water, make sure you have security. Let your family know what is going to happen. If it's just you and your significant other, great. If it's just you, great. But get prepared. I'll be back with more podcasts. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.